So yeah guys, welcome back to the biggest podcast in the 254. I'll see you. Iko Kazi Ke is our message and you're just spreading it, the good vibes from our same. See, lose hope because you know what? Iko Kazi, most tunazileta. I'll see you. So stay tuned on our pages up if you get some inspiration stories and a million. As you were saying, tulikuwa tumefika place ya
welcome back guys.
Yeah.
Sisi hawa tunaendelea na story ya passion and whatever I pursued.
Yeah, whatever you pursued. Now tulikuwa tumefika place yenye you're telling us about your passion because you developed a passion back in university.
I did. Yeah, while I was in campus I developed a passion for film and TV. But in the process nili have like mentors that walinipatia like the knowledge I needed to get to execute whatever you're doing, whatever I was doing. So it was good. It was okay at first. You know, you have to have someone who knows much more about the industry or who has more knowledge of whatever you're trying to pursue. Ndo akufunze ama akumenta. It was okay. Then after some time, of course, huwezi pata jobs until you have a certain certification. So I took a short 6-month course in film and production, which is it was a bit squeezed in a way because like you have to learn a lot within a very short time. Yeah. But in that time, nilipata collapse on to very major production units. I got called up for BBC, Big Cat's Diaries. I know you know Big Cat's Diaries. It is one of the biggest best-selling documentaries in the world. So I happened to be a DOP, director of photography in BBC, Big Cat's Diaries. That happened. It's a documentary. It was good because of the certification that I got. Nilipata your job. I get. Tulifanya for like 8 months, I suppose. Actually, it was 8 months to 1 year. The contract end. Then after some time, nikapata another documentary. Kufanya mambo ya Turkana drought. It was okay. It was an Oxfam contract. I did several of Oxfam contract, which is an organization that deals with drought in very marginalized societies. Then after that, I got another contract in IPPFR, International Parenthood, something deals with production. So I did like 4 to 5 documentaries for IPPFR. Then after that, I decided like, it's time. Like, I'm good. I have a certificate. I have a degree in microbiology and biotechnology, and also I'm doing very good in film. So I was like, okay, let me set up a company. 2017, that is. Lerinto Films was born in 2017. But you know, it's different being under contract and being an individual entity. Like you're the one in charge of your own processes. You're in charge of your own marketing. You're in charge of getting the particular clientele that you need to for growth. So Lerinto Film was successful at first. I happened to like major in music videos. I will do lots of music videos. So I decided like, my strategy is going to be different. Unlike other people who will be like, whatever comes my way, I'm going to pursue that. I was like, no, let me have a major in something that I want to do. So I decided like, I'm going to focus on music videos because I'm passionate about entertainment. So I was like, let me do something about the entertainment industry because I want to change the narrative that has been existing over time. I felt like it was my responsibility to like change whatever was happening on the music industry in terms of quality, in terms of international standards, and in terms of customer consumption content. Because like I felt like most people consumed content because content was available to them, not because it was quality content. So I decided like I'm gonna choose artists that I'm willing to work with and develop them. It was more of a test to me and a test to the industry. Let me just pick someone, like I feel like I'll mentor this person from the very grassroots to success. So there are various artists. So
you are kind of
fine-tuning my skills at the same time and trying to develop the industry. And it happened to be like at that particular time, I was still the owner of Lerinto Films. Yeah, so during the end year party, I happened to meet a certain group of called Wasojali Band, and I identified one particular artist by the name of Kelechi Africana. And I was like, I would like a little bit audible so that viewer will. Alright, okay, so sorry about that. So I identified a particular artist with who I was so concerned about. I was like, I want to mentor this particular artist to be who they are today, and I can say over time the rest is history because he's an already established artist. Then that was it for my first particular project as a company, Lento Films. There were so many things that happened in between, but with time, the industry was corrupted somehow. Would have so just like I wouldn't rule them out, but also just like me, there were so many quack producers and video directors, whereby like people would undercharge, people would do mediocre content out there, and I would say that damaged the industry locally, to be specific, whereby like there were so many people didn't appreciate the value for film. People didn't appreciate the effort that comes in putting a production out there. So the industry was honestly scrapped and bruised to some extent.
So the industry was on its death.
The industry was on its knees, whereby like you could barely earn a living. And that's when we come to this discussion. That's why we come back to this discussion about unemployment in film. I decided like, should I take a break from the industry, or should I proceed and push on harder than it has to be? So I took a break for some time. During that time, I considered like, should I go back to pursuing what I graduated for, what I pursued in school? I applied for 200 jobs. I swear to God, only a few came through. Some weren't like things that I wanted to do. I wasn't so comfortable getting into this particular position because whatever I felt like I deserved to be paid for wasn't
what you're getting.
Whatever the offer sounds. Yeah. So I decided like, let me take some time to rethink myself. And yes, I did. Took like 5 months of the industry. Then I applied for other film jobs, something that I'm passionate about. I applied for various film jobs, and I got a calling for one of the biggest Hollywood productions as a DOP. And I can say that's one of the major projects that I did this previous year, 2020. Then COVID happened. You understand the industry was much affected by the COVID situation. The pandemic happened. Actually, the pandemic was one of the biggest hits that we have encountered in over, I don't know, very long time. But I can say the industry is still recovering. Unemployment is, the industry has no value for money at this very moment, because you find that people want to do photography, want to do the videos, but whatever they are offering for the services is way less than the services that are required for you to execute that particular project.
Okay, as we finish up,
Yes.
tell us your biggest challenge that you've really encountered in the last 7 years.
First of all, it's not a regulated industry locally. Internationally, it is regulated. And you'll find that most people, let's say your particular clients, most of the discussions, they're not fixed. The rates, industry rates are not fixed. It's subject to discussion, like, hey, what should we agree on? Most people will run away with your balances. Most people will lie to you. Most people will give you empty promises. Like I said, that's the biggest challenges. Then the other challenge I will say is that a client will tell you they want this, but once you deliver the final product, they will say like, no, I thought something different. Those are some of the challenges. Then the other challenges is basically the government. It's an expensive venture for a fact, whereby we have to do a lot of licenses for you to be able to become like a in-house, like a full-fledged production unit. You have to pay a lot of licenses to the government, to the county council, to the film regulation commissions, Kenya Film Commissions. There are so many costs that you have to incur before you can be recognized as a production unit. Those are some of the challenges, but the challenges are enormous. The challenges are so many, but those are some of the big challenges that you face on a day-to-day activity.
So that's just a story of one Emilian Levento who has experienced unemployment in the 254, and we're really hoping that you get to tell more and more stories, and encourage you that you are watching that there are opportunities out here, even though they're not as close as they ought to be, but we're encouraging you, Mazegusi, lose hope. I will see you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, talk to us, tell us what are your views, and also recommend to us some of the sites that people can get employed to. I will see you. So thanks for coming, bro.
much appreciated, and I'd like to tell the audience that whatever you're doing, so long as you're passionate about, so long as you have the heart to push on grinding by the day, never give up. Keep on pushing. By the end of it, all it will always pay out. Or if it doesn't pay out, you might think of an alternative to do whatever you like, you feel you're comfortable. And well, that's all for me today.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching and listening. See you on our next episode. Adios, merci beaucoup.
Over and out.